Hello everybody, welcome to my office. This is my home office. This is where I work. This is where I've been doing affiliate marketing for the past 6 years. And I have this very effective, it's been very effective work situation for myself, and I wanted to share it with you. So here's a pan around my office. I network my entire home with hundreds, thousands of feet of cable, coax and network cable. And I also run wireless, but I have a very neat router that permits two broadband connections to be connected to the same router. If one goes down, you can switch to the other connection, or you can use both bandwidth together. So anyway, here's my office. Pardon the mess. So here you can see my bookshelves. Here's the board where you might have seen some of my videos. And here's pretty much my workstations. So it's pretty much 4 screens connected to my main computer. My main computer is made by a company called NPC Noise. They make very, very silent computers. Here it is on the left. And I actually have I added this rack device there for my hard disk that has a little fan that I need to turn off. It is what makes the most noise right now. So my computer pretty much has a video card that permits 4 screens to be plugged into it, and it appears like one big desktop. So usually the way I work is on the screen on the right I have Skype and communication tools. The next one I have Internet Explorer. The second screen is usually my main screen. This is where I do Excel, Firefox, different apps. And the screen on my left is usually where I do have Chrome open, and I do Outlook, my email. So by having 4 screens, I can literally have 10 applications open at the same time, and I don't have to flip constantly between windows. I can read an email and right away take action in a browser or something without having to flip windows. It's very effective. Here's my backup PC. This is really cool because I can do something totally different on my second PC, like check the stock market, and don't disrupt my main PC that has all the windows open. So using this little device, I can share the 2 screens here in front of me. With this little KVM, you can share 2 screens, the sound, and even the USB ports between 2 computers. So by just pressing the little button on the front, the number 2 button, I switch to my backup PC, and now the two front screens there are showing my backup computer. So now here I can do whatever I want to do without disrupting my main activity on the main computer. I can check the stock market, for example, if my computer is rebooting, if I have a problem with my main computer, I can use my backup computer anytime. So that's very effective. You can work non-stop, literally. Even when you reboot, you can do something else on your backup computer. Now I do a lot of Skype, so I went through a lot of headsets. I tried literally maybe 6 headsets from Logitech. This is my favorite one right now. It's the H800. It's actually wireless in Bluetooth. It's a lot better. I did a review on the H760, which is really, really good, but I broke 2 of them. The way they build it is very weak. This one is a lot more sturdy. And also what I like about it, it's not a noise cancelling headset. Like I also have the G960, 930 from Logitech, and that one I can't hear myself speak, so it's very, very hard for me to talk when I don't hear my own voice. So that's pretty much my setup from a computer perspective. Now another very important part when you work 10 or even 12 or more hours per day is to have the best chair you can get. So this is the Herman Miller, the Aeron chair. It's really, really nice chair. You can adjust everything on that chair. And it's made of this fabric where you don't really sweat. Air can go through the fabric, so you don't heat up like on a regular chair. I really, really recommend that for people who spend a lot of time in front of a computer. Very, very important. This one even has a lumbar support, so your back has a little bit more support. Now it's also important, I think, to have a good footrest. I'm a big fan of footrest. You can find the ideal position and support for your feet and your legs by having a good footrest. Now my desk also is a beauty. It's an old desk I have since my California days. It was pretty cheap. I bought it at IKEA, but it's very, very practical. As you can see, it has a top tray there where normally I put my mail or folders or different things. And then the second layer, you can put two big monitors. These are 24-inch monitors. And under the monitors, you have a little space where you can put your pens, whatever network equipment you might have. And what I also like is on the sides, you have these little trays that you can move, that rotate, where you can put your additional monitors. So I can easily fit my full monitors. Now this desk is also really cool because you have these little trays you can take out like that and put back in that enable you to grow your work surface, or if you need more room, you just fold them back in, and now you can easily rotate and move around your office. So those are really neat desks. That's why I'm taking that to France with me. So that's pretty much the setup I work with. I believe that if you work a lot on the computer, if you do affiliate marketing or really anything in front of a computer for a long time, it's important to have the right equipment, the right setup. You'll enjoy your work more. You won't hurt your body. For example, 2 screens increases your productivity by about 30%. 3 screens adds another 15%. And the 4th screen adds very little. The 4th screen is really optional. I think it adds like 3%. In my case, I even have it set up so I can entertain myself with TV. I can actually watch the news or watch the stock market. So I can switch back and forth between my 4th monitor and TV. An additional, one of the last points would be the keyboard is also important. I enjoy this keyboard. It's another Logitech keyboard. It's got the mouse you can put on a charger, so you don't have to change the batteries on it, and it literally goes on for days, if not weeks, on one charge, and you never have to change the batteries. Now on the keyboard you do have to change the batteries, but they last a pretty long time. I would say maybe in the range of months, because I think that it shuts down on its own when you don't use it. And it's got this neat little thing there where you can look at the temperature and look at how many emails you have, etc. It's a pretty feature-rich keyboard. Another recommendation I would make is to have a lot of RAM in your computer. On my backup computer I have about 8 gig of RAM, and on my main computer I have about 12 gig of RAM, which is about right. You know, I have a little bit of spare for 4 screens, because when you have 4 screens, you will literally be running 10 apps at the same time. So have plenty of RAM will make it comfortable for you to work and effective. On my PCs, I've also upgraded the main drive to a solid-state drive. Solid-state drives don't have a mechanical part, so they are faster and they don't break as often. So here I even put a little device where I can hot swap my solid-state drive out, and I have a slot for another hard disk that I use for backups. Typically my computers will have, the main drive will be a solid-state drive, a 120 gig, and then I'll have 1 or 2 2-terabyte disks in the computer for backups, for daily backups. So typically I will back up the entire machine at least once a day, and then sometimes at the opposite side of the day. So if I back up in the morning, in the evening I back up Outlook, my email, and the important files I work with. Now I also have a device on the home network, on the second media control that I built in our house, that has 4 terabyte of disk space, and we back up our machines also there. That way we have multiple backups, and if one thing fails, we have a secondary backup. We also use that network drive to share music folder and important files we work in common with in the house. For backups, we actually use Ghost from Symantec. It's my preferred. And Acronis also has a suite of products that enables you to do full machine backups while you're using it. And Bare Metal Restore, which is you pop a CD in the computer and you can restore from your backup drive or from the network your entire system, your entire drive. So that's really the way to do backups. Very easy to restore a machine that way. So I hope this video inspired you, or at least entertained you a little bit if you're a geek. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.